welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Daphne Mashao and welcome to another educational video. So this video is intended for people that are doing grade 12, grade 10, even 11, even 9. So basically people that are still at school, learners. So if you're not doing mathematics, you're not in school anymore, you don't have to watch these videos. You can watch the other content that is on this channel. There is motivational content, there is career content, so you can check out those ones. But everybody who's here, welcome. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment in the comment box if there's anything you want me to specifically, shed more light on. Just put it in the comments, and then in the next video I'll be sure to address it if I can. So yeah guys, so like I mentioned previously, that geometric sequence questions, arithmetic sequence questions are generally in question 3, even question 2. So it depends on the question paper, but yeah, generally question 2 and 3. That's where you can find this type of questions. Today we are looking at a May-June question paper 2022. The 2022 June question paper. So the question was question 3. So question 3, and they were asking us to, okay, so question 3, the question says consider the following geometric sequence. So already they tell you it's a geometric sequence, so you don't need to crack your skull trying to figure out what is going on. Not series but sequence, and they give you the sequence 2 5 6 6 4 continuous, and then they ask you in 3.11 calculate the nth term, the 10th term of the sequence. So they're telling you that, okay, we have this sequence, and in this sequence they want the 10th term. So they want the 10th term. They don't know what it is. So we know our first term is that number, our second term, our third term. We don't know the fourth term, we don't know the fifth, we don't know everything going that way. So we can see that this question was 2 marks. 2 marks generally means it's not difficult, so you shouldn't spend 20 minutes on this question. It just shows you that it's not difficult. So the 10th term of the sequence, the best thing you can do is remember the formula for geometric sequence. Tn equals to AR n minus 1, where I mentioned previously A is the first term, R is the common ratio, N is position. They've already told us the position 10th term, and then Tn is the nth term. So the best thing to do, instead of finding each and every term, which it's going to be very difficult, so the best thing to do is first identify what we have. So we have A, which is 10, 24. R, we can find R by saying the third term divided by the second term, T3 divided by T2, which is 64 divided by 256, equals to, you take out your calculator, or if you are very good at head maths, you just do it. Let me just quickly do it on my side. 64 divided by 256, which is 1 over 4, and then we're going to have T2 all over T1, which is 256 divided by 1024. 256 divided by 10, 256 divided by 1024. Sorry guys, 256 divided by 1024, which is still 1 over 4. I'm gonna have to get my calculator because I'm using my cell phone, but anyway, so it's 1 over 4 So now we know that our R is 1/4. So we have A, we have R, so we can go somewhere. We can basically go somewhere. So now you're gonna go back to your formula, which is Tn equals to, we already know our A, 10/24. We know our R, 1/4. And we know that we are looking for the 10th term. 10th, they are telling you the position. This term that we are looking for, it's in position 10. So we're gonna put 10 here, minus 1. And then we're gonna say Tn, which is what they are looking for. So now you're just gonna press your calculator. 10/24. R is 1/4 to the power of 9 or 10 minus 1. Okay. And then they are telling you that the answer is 1/256. So at position 10, at T10, this is the term that is there. So yeah, that is your answer right there. And then to just make it look more complete, you can just say 10/24, and then you put your second term, 256, 256, 64. We don't know what is in between. T1, 2, 3. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then our 10th one is 256. 1/256 rather. So this is what they were looking for in that question. You see that this was very straightforward. That's why it's 2 marks. So don't spend the whole year there. So you get there, you check what is my first term. It's already given. What is my common ratio? It's very easy to find since I have 3 terms. And then I find that, I put it there. They've already told me what they're looking for, the 10th term. So my n is 10, and then you just find Tn, which is that value, and that is the answer. For today, I'm going to do 2 questions. So the first one we saw, it was from a 2022 question paper. This one was from a 2019. It was a 2019 June question paper. And its question was found in question 2. So they tell us, given a geometric sequence, 36 minus 18 and 9, and then there are 2 questions related to that. Total of 4 marks. So yeah, it's not too much, but it's something. So given a geometric sequence, already they tell you it's a geometric sequence. So the moment they give you this hint, already you know that your formula is going to be AR n minus 1. So this already is your formula, and they even give you the sequence. They say 36 minus 18 and 9. And from this, already you know A is 36. R, you can determine R quickly by saying T3 divided by T2, which is 9 divided by minus 18, which is minus 1/2. And then even the other one, you say T2 divided by T1, which is minus 18 divided by 36, which is going to be 1/2. Let me just confirm that quickly. Yes, so we see that R is minus 1/2 or negative 1/2. So from that, now you are told to determine, oh, okay. So even just noting down what you are already given, you've already answered the first question, because 2.2.1 was saying determine the value of R. So already you know R equals to negative 1/2. But the best thing you can do is actually show this calculation, because if you just write it like this, it looks like you got it from your neighbor. Looks like you copied it. So just show them this step in the answer. Then question 2.2.2, they say calculate n if Tn equals to 9. So you are given Tn equals to 9/4096. So they're saying calculate n. So what are they saying? They are saying find the position. Find position of 9 all over 40 96. So they're telling you that in this sequence, the sequence that they've already given you, there is this value somewhere there is this value, but they want you to find the position of that value. So what are you going to do? So you're going to go to your formula. Since you now have a formula, your A was 36, R negative 1 over 2, N minus 1. And then what are we given? We are told that we must find this value, but they gave us this one. So it's easy to solve because we only have one unknown. So no simultaneous equations or any complicated things. That's why this question is 3 marks, because it's not too hectic. So what you're going to do now, you're going to take Tn, since they've already given it to you. You just substitute 96, 36, negative 1 over 2, N minus 1. So now what you're going to do, you're going to first divide both sides by 36. Divide this side also. What you do on the left, you do on the right. And then you take your calculator. 9 all over 40, 96. Everything divided by 36. You're going to get 1 all over 16384. This side, this is going to cancel. You're just going to be left with 1 over 2 and minus 1. And now don't get scared when you reach this point. The only thing you need to do is make this value in terms of 1 over 2, which is possible because you know that, okay, let me not say it's possible, but it's doable. So we just need to find a way to express this value, this 16384, in terms of 2. So you can take your calculator, 16384, and go to factors. Man, my laptop used to do this very well once upon a time. Yeah, so you're gonna go to shift. Yeah, so you're gonna go to shift factors. Okay, backtrack. So you're gonna make sure that this 16384, you express it in terms of 2, because remember the old laws of exponents, which everything always goes back to laws of exponents. If you have 2 to the power 3 equals to 2 to the power x, sorry, if you have 2 to the power x equals to 2 to the power 24, you can drop the base and simply say x equals to 24. If you have 1 over 3 x equals to 1 over 3 20, you can drop this, guys, and just say x equals to 20. So here we need to make sure that we make the bases, this base and this base, the same. And we can make 2 the same as 16384, but we can make 16384 in terms of 2. And our Casio calculators are actually very smart. So you go to your Casio calculator. Thing is, I can't show you guys how, but you just press 16384, and then you're going to say equals to, and then your number is going to appear there. And then you go to shift fact. When you go to shift and fact on your calculator, it's going to be the second row above the numbers. You see there is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and then they are first row above the second row, there's a factor there. So you're going to use that button, and then when you use that button, it's going to show you that this number can be expressed as 2 to the power 14. So okay, that's good. So now you're gonna go to this back here, and you're gonna say 1 all over, instead of saying 16384, you're going to say 2 to the power 14 equals to minus 1 over 2 and minus 1. And also, I just want to confirm something. Is that a negative? Okay, it's a positive. Okay, and also now what you can do is that since you know 1 to the power 100 is still 1, 1 to the power 200 is still 1, 1 to the power 5 is still 1, 1 to the power whatever. So we can say 1 to the power 14 all over 2 to the power 14 equals to minus 1 over 2 and minus 1. Let me just go to the next page. And all this you can just write as 1 over 2 to the power 14 equals to minus 1 over 2 and minus 1. Unless that value was a negative, which doesn't look like a negative to me. It was true. It's a negative. So we can see that these terms are alternating. So you can see 1 over 2 to the power 14 minus 1 over 2 and minus 1. Divide both sides by this negative. We can actually divide both sides by the negative 1 just to get rid of this negative on the other side. So we can actually divide both sides by negative 1 to get rid of this negative on this side. And then we're just going to have minus 1 over 2 to the 14 equals to 1 over 2 and minus 1. These guys are going to cancel each other. We're going to have minus 14 equals to n minus 1. Minus 14 plus 1 equals to n. Minus 13 equals to n. Okay guys, I think there's something wrong here. There's a problem in the question. There's a problem in the question. It must be a negative, okay? It must be a negative. Screenshot of exactly what I'm talking about on the calculator. But okay, just to draw the Casio calculator. Okay, so it's that button here, and then there's the shift and the alpha button. There's the 7, 8, 9 buttons. Above it is the first row where you have X, Y, M, whatever, and then you have the second row. So this second row, there's A, there's B. This B is also fact. So you're gonna press your shift and this button, and then yeah, you're gonna get this 2 to the 14 value. Yeah, I'll post a picture. So, and we know the laws of exponents, that if you have 2 to the power of x equals to 2 to the power of 9. Since the bases are the same, you can drop them and equate the exponents. So you'll say x equals to 9. If you have 1 over 3 to the power x equals to 1 over 3 to the power 9, you can drop this and say x equals to 9, and so forth. So this is a general law of exponents. If the bases are the same, you equate the exponents. If the bases are not the same and you can make them the same, make them the same and drop them and equate the exponents. So here we tried that. We're gonna make the bases the same because we know that we can write 16384 in terms of 2, and we know that the 1 at the top is not a problem because 1 to the power of x is still 1. 1 to the power of 1000 is still 1. 1 to the power 200 is still 1. 1 to the power 15 is still 1. 1 to the power infinity is still 1. So we don't have to worry about the 1 value. 1 to the power of 0 is also still 1. 1 to the power 0 is still 1. So we don't have to worry about that value. So now we see that this value actually has a negative. So can we also make this a negative? Yes, we can. Because any value, if you say negative 1 over 5 to the power 2, you square it, or to the power 4 minus 1 over 5 to the power 4, any even number, it's gonna cancel this. It's gonna get rid of the minus sign, because we know that negative times negative is a positive. So as long as the number is even, this negative sign doesn't matter. For instance, if I have minus 2 to the power 4, that means minus 2 times minus 2 times minus 2 times minus 2. These 2 will cancel each other. Negative times negative is positive. So the first ones will cancel each other. Negative times negative, they'll also cancel each other to form a positive. So yeah, any negative number to the power of an even number is positive. So we can write this value. So we can write that value as 1 all over 2 to the power 14, 1 to the power 14. Can even make it negative, it's fine. So we can write 1 all over 16384 as negative 1 all over 2 to the power 14. This 14 is going to make sure that this negative gets cancelled. So it doesn't matter. The negative basically is not a problem as long as we have a negative an even exponent. But if it was not even, it would have been a problem. If maybe it was 1 over 2 to the power 3, this answer is going to be, you can punch it in your calculator, you'll find a negative answer. But if you say to the power 4, it's a positive answer. If you say to the power 6, 8, 10, 12, it's going to be a positive answer. So we can write this as this, which is what we're going to do. We're going to say minus 1 all over 2 to the power 14 equals 2 minus 1 all over 2 to the power n minus 1. So now we're going to drop this. We're going to be left with 14 equals to n minus 1. And then we're going to take the 1 to the other side. It becomes a positive. Therefore, 15 equals to n. And now if you want to test if this is true or not, you go back to your formula. Tn equals to 36 minus 1 over 2 n minus 1, and then where there is n, you put a 15, 1 over 2, 15 minus 1, and you'll see that you're going to get that value that they were looking for, that they gave you. Going to get 9 over 40, 96. 9 all over 40, 96. So yeah, that is that, guys. I hope this was very helpful. And yeah, in the next videos, I might do, I don't know whether to do series first or quadratic sequences first. I'm not sure. So yeah, I'll see. But if you have any opinion, you can put it in the comment section, and then I'll see which one I start with. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment if you have any questions or any suggestions. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you all. Bye.